Hello. The new Twitch community guidelines just took into effect, and people are freaking out about it. I read through them, and I don't really see the big issue. The only issue, there are just two issues that I can see, but they're not that big if they can be explained. But anyways, community guidelines. At Twitch, our mission is to provide the best shared social video experience created by our growing community where creators and communities can interact safely. To achieve this goal, we ask that all users participate in such a way that promotes a friendly, positive experience for our global community. To protect the integrity of our community, as the provider of the service, we at Twitch reserve the right to suspend any account at any time for any conduct that we determine to be inappropriate or harmful. You are free to appeal your suspension, but we are not required to provide a reason for our decision. That's issue number one. That I'm bored today. I'm just a ban. I'm gonna go through, type in 3 letters. Oh, everyone who comes up under that, they're not banned. I don't have to give any reason. Screw you guys. I'm going home. That's issue number one, that they don't have to give you a reason. So it could be, oh, this game you were playing, we didn't like. We didn't want you playing that. Because right now they do have a list of like games that aren't allowed. But that's an old list. A bunch of games come out since then. And with the new TOS, the other issue is, do these rules only apply to the gamer? Or do they also apply to the games? Because, like, oh, racism, bigotry, violence, like, alright, you don't want the streamer to be yelling out terrible, nasty stuff. But what about Grand Theft Auto or the South Park games? Like, are those games no longer allowed to be played because that's kind of what they are? A lot of the times, there's a lot of racism, there's a lot of bigotry, there's a lot of sexism, there's a lot of stuff going on in those games. So do these new rules apply to the gamers or to the gamers and the games? That's the big issue that I have is, do these rules only apply to the gamer, which makes sense, or do they also apply to the game? Because they also apply to the game, you're going to have to come up with a new list of games that aren't allowed, and it's going to be a mile long. Anyways, back to the TOS. For minor first and second suspensions, your access to the site will be restricted for 24 hours, but there is no fixed time for the length of subsequent suspensions or suspensions for severe violations. We will consider appeals of indefinite suspensions based on our review of your conduct, account, standing, and any other information we have. Customer support and moderation teams will review all requests for reinstatement, and we process these along with all other support requests. They're like YouTube, it's going to be an algorithm. And algorithms are going to suck. They mean actual people. It might take weeks, might even take months, but you could maybe eventually get unsuspended. Who knows? In attention to our TOS, we provide the following guidelines for all user conduct and content on our services. These guidelines fall under a common sense philosophy and apply to all user-generated content and activity on our services. Maybe. We'll see about that. Because there's a lot of big gamer, YouTube streamers, whatever, not YouTube, Twitch streamers out there that they make Twitch a lot of money. We'll see if they apply these rules fairly. Doubt it though. Violating our community guidelines may lead to suspension of your account and access to our services, as well as removal of any associated content. This is considered a living document that we regularly update based on evolution of Twitch community and services. Additional guidelines, specific exceptions may be applicable for certain services or properties under the Twitch service. At present, please refer to this page for such details. Alright. Now on to the actual rules and all that. Breaking the law. You must respect all applicable local, national, and international laws while using our services. Any content or activity featuring, encouraging, offering, or soliciting illegal activities prohibited. One person I saw asked, what if the state or country you're in, like, let's say you're in the state of Washington, I think it is, where legal marijuana, it's legal, but federally, it's still illegal. If you're sitting there and you're smoking a joint on stream, would you get in trouble for that? That's probably going to be up to Twitch to go, how much money does he make us? A lot? Alright, he's fine. How much money does he make us? Not a lot? Alright, we're going to spend him for a day. And not tell him why we spent him, because we don't have to. But of course, this is all speculation, so don't go too in-depth on this, because this is all speculation, this is all work in progress, and hopefully they have actual people, not algorithms. So the person go, he's from Colorado, right? Well, that's perfectly legal there. So, or they're from Netherlands. It's perfectly legal there. Let's just leave them alone. Who knows? Suspension evasion. This is common. Like, I don't know why anyone would have a problem with this. All suspensions are binding until expiration or removal upon appeal. Any attempt to circumvent a site-wide, community, or chat suspension by using other accounts, identities, personalities, or presence on another user's account will also result in suspension. Suspension evasion will not only increase the length of suspension, but may lead to an indefinite suspension. Common sense. Self-destructive behavior. Any activity that may endanger your life or lead to your physical harm is prohibited. Makes sense. This includes but is not limited to suicide threats, intentional physical trauma, use of illegal drugs, and drinking excessively. Well, what's drinking excessively? For me, a beer is going to be more than that because I don't drink, so a beer would probably get me buzzed. For someone else, they can be, 6 shots of whiskey and a 6-pack of Bud Light and not be feeling anything. So that's going to be relative to the person and the illegal drugs. Well, in this state it's not, in that state it is, in this country it is, in that country it's not. So hopefully it's people reviewing, not algorithms, so because it's algorithm like, oh, that's marijuana, that's a devil's lettuce, you are banned. It's like, well, in their country or state it's not. And hopefully a person would go, oh, in that state or country it's not, so they're good. They're not violating the TOS, because in their state or country it's not illegal. Violence and threats. Again, this is common sense stuff right here. Acts and threats of violence will be taken seriously and are considered zero tolerance violations, and all accounts associated with such activity will be indefinitely suspended. This includes, but is not limited to, attempts or threats to physically harm or kill others, attempts or threats to hack, DDoS, or swat others, use of the weapons to physically threaten, intimidate, harm, or kill others. Again, this is common sense. Although someone just recently said they'd pimp slap an 11-year-old on VR chat. So again, this is going to be like, are they going to actually enforce these rules? Because I'm pretty sure attempts or threats to physically harm an 11-year-old would fall under this, but they make a lot of money, so we'll see if Twitch gets on them for that. Another iffy that's going to be, is it another thing for the, like, is it gamer only or is it the game as well? And what counts if is it, was he saying it in a joking manner? Were they not saying it in a joking manner? Well, anyways, hateful conduct and harassment. Hateful conduct is any content or activity that promotes, encourages, or facilitates discrimination, denigration, objection, harassment, or violence based on race, ethnicity, national origin, religion, sex, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, disability, medical condition, physical characteristics, or veteran status, and is prohibited. Why would you hate on someone for being a veteran? I don't get that. Anyways, any hateful conduct is considered a zero tolerance violation, and all accounts associated with such conduct will be indefinitely suspended. Harassment is any content or activity that attempts to intimidate, degrade, abuse, or bully others, or creates a hostile environment for others, and is prohibited. Depending on the severity of the offense, your account may be indefinitely suspended on the first violation. Dang. But makes sense. We prohibit using Twitch to facilitate hateful conduct or harassment, whether the targets are on or off Twitch. Individuals, communities, or organizations that do so are not allowed to use our services. We may take action against users for hateful conduct or harassment that occurs off Twitch services that is directed at Twitch users. Learn more about how hateful content, harassment, jokes, and not clicking on that. Let's see, so let's say you go to MythCon and you're like, oh man, I hate that guy, blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, he said he hates this person, oh, and he said it on this shaky cam footage, oh, is he gonna get banned for that? Who knows? But I mean, if you're doing a live stream and then like you're playing a game, someone else is playing the game and they're getting more views, and it's like, again, someone's doing this right now probably. Not mentioning any names. Going on, I'm sorry about my throat. And you start, oh, that person's anyone who watches him is a moron. Again, that's happening probably right now. Because he does it all the time. But again, he's a big Twitch streamer, so he makes a lot of money, so we'll see if that happens or not. Anyways, unauthorized sharing of private information. Doxing, pretty much. Do not invade the privacy of others. It is prohibited to share content that may reveal private, personal information about individuals or their private residence without permission. This includes, but is not limited to, sharing personally identifiable information, such as real name, location, or ID, sharing restricted or protected social profiles, or any information from those profiles, broadcasting content obtained from filming or streaming in a manner that invades another's privacy and or takes place on private property without permission. Again, pretty much no doxing, people. Makes sense. Impersonation. Content or activity meant to impersonate an individual or organization is prohibited. Any attempts to misrepresent yourself as a member of Twitch representatives is a zero-tolerance violation and will result in indefinite suspension. Again, makes sense. You don't want like, oh, you can't say that I work for Twitch. Oh, I'm going to get you in trouble. And make that person like, oh, I mean, I actually gonna get in trouble when it turns out you don't work for Twitch. Man, a lot of people just saw like on Xbox Live, you get, oh, you beat me at Call of Duty. I work for Xbox Live. I'm gonna get you in trouble. I'm gonna get you banned. It's like, no, you don't. You're 12 years old. Go away. Spam, scams, and automobiles. I mean, and other malicious conduct. Any conduct, again, this is gonna be common sense. Any content or activity that disrupts, interrupts, harms, otherwise violates the integrity of Twitch services or another user's experience or devices is prohibited. Such activity includes posting large amounts of repetitive, unwanted messages or user reports, distributing unauthorized advertisements, phishing, defrauding others, spreading malware or viruses. Like, who thinks that'd be okay? Like, of course it's going to violate. Misinformation such as feigning distress, posting misleading metadata, or intentional channel miscategorization. Banning distress. Why am I taxic? Someone always complaining about their taxes, how they're going to lose their house. They're in such distress, even though they have no proof of any of it. Feigning distress. That's going to get in trouble. Tampering, such as artificially inflating follow or live viewer stats, selling or sharing user accounts, again, common sense, reselling Twitch services or features such as channel moderator status. Yikes. I don't have any mods, so I don't have to worry about it because no one comes to my live streams. Anyways, nudity, pornography, and other sexual content. Now, here's another thing, like, Grand Theft Auto, like, if this applies to the games, nudity and sexually explicit content or activities such as pornography, sexual acts or intercourse, sexual services are prohibited. Again, like, you have sex with hookers in Grand Theft Auto. Does this count for them, or does it just mean the streamer? Because it says content or activities that threaten or promote sexual violence or exploitation are strictly prohibited and may be reported to law enforcement. So it's like, that's got to be just a streamer. Like, these rules have to apply to just a streamer, hopefully. Child exploitation will be reported to authorities via the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Sexually suggestive content or activities are also prohibited, although they may be allowed in educational context or for pre-approved licensed content, in each case subject to additional restrictions. And I'm thinking this applies to the streamer and not to the game, hopefully. We'll have to wait and see. Someone go, oh, Grand Theft Auto 6 is out, yay! And every single person who live streamed Grand Theft Auto 6 has been suspended indefinitely. That would suck. Extreme violence, gore, and other obscene conduct. So, Outlast, Evil Within, Dead by Daylight. What is considered extreme? I mean, Friday the 13th, no, you pick someone up and you put them on the spike and all that. Is that considered extreme or is that not? And again, does this apply to the games or to the person? Content exclusively focused on extreme or gratuitous gore and violence is prohibited. So every single first-person shooter would just run around, blow off limbs, and just hack and slash and blah. Who knows? Unauthorized content sharing and other copyright violations is uploading or any content that you do not own, do not have the rights to, or otherwise not authorized to use, violates the terms of services, and may make your account liable to DMCA takedowns by third-party right holders. Don't live stream UFC fights, people. Unless like the one guy who was using a controller and like, oh yeah, I'm totally playing this game. This is totally not me live streaming a pay-per-view. We do not tolerate, for example, rebroadcasting other Twitch broadcasters' content, playing pirated games, showing third-party movies and television shows, rebroadcasting a sports match, playing on unauthorized private servers, or uploading content from other sites without permission of the copyright owner. Again, don't live stream UFC fights unless you're like the one guy who tricked it. additional content guidelines. Categorize your content appropriately. So don't be putting your Doki Doki under something kid-friendly and then a bunch of kids see it and go, oh my god, I've been scarred for life. I'm not going to read. It's simple enough. And then respect intellectual property rights. Again, don't steal other people's stuff. Don't be using music, live or recorded. And actually, I didn't think about this one. Don't be... Apparently, you can't record, like, if you're at a concert, like, oh, I love Green Day, I'm going to record this live stream into my Twitch. I never would have thought of doing that, so I didn't think of it. But yeah, apparently, you can't do that. Or if you go to a play, you can't do that either. You can't go to the Broadway show of Lion King and broadcast it through your phone and all that. And then, additional gaming content guidelines. Cheating in online games. Makes sense. And activities such as cheating, hacking, botting, or tampering that gives the account owner an unfair advantage in an online multiplayer game is prohibited. This also includes exploiting another broadcaster's live broadcast in order to harass them in-game, such as stream sniping. I don't know what that is, so... Alright, whatever. Closed alphas, betas, and pre-release games. This I didn't know about either. We ask that you respect all publisher developers enforce release dates, embargoes, and NDAs by waiting to broadcast these games until everyone else gets to. Unless given prior approval, your channel may be subject to DMCA takedowns by a rights holder. Rights holders should report violations in accordance with our DMCA guidelines. We ask that users refrain from reporting possible violations via the user report tool. So there it is. It's all pretty basic stuff that makes sense. The only real issues I have again are, this is only applied to the streamer or to the games themselves, because GTA, South Park, a lot of games gonna get nixed. And if that does happen, they better come out with a long ass list explaining which games are and aren't allowed. And then again, we can suspend you for no reason. Just, well, we're gonna suspend you today because we're bored. We don't have to tell you why. Alright, it's like, you know, oh, we promise if we're suspending you, we're suspending you for a reason, but we don't have to tell you that reason. It's kind of like in soccer where, oh no, the Americans are about to win the game. Red card on this player. For what? He's not even on the field right now. Doesn't matter. Red card. Give a pause. They were making good progress. They're about to score. Now they throw out the red card, the game stops. It actually happened during one of the World Cups where the ref was like, oh no, the Americans about to win. No, red card. Red card on that player. Like, guy's nowhere near the action. What is he red carded for? I'm the ref. I don't have to explain why he's being red carded. He's out the field though. And we stopped. So all that momentum that they were about to score doesn't happen. So then the Americans lose. And of course, there's a lot of people up in arms over that because, like, he red carded someone for a penalty and then never said what the penalty was, who was on. He just said, nope, red card, get out of here. Go away. Nope. Get the ball to the other team right in front of the goal and let them kick it in. Stupid. If you're going to suspend someone, even if you send it to them in an email, it's like, hey, here's a private email. Don't share with anyone, but here's why you got suspended. Don't do it again. Because if you suspend someone and they don't know why you suspended them, maybe they'll do it again. Maybe like, oh, they were making a joke about something and someone took offense to it, so they reported it, they get in trouble for it, but it was a joke. And then, no, all right, I'm back, da-da-da. Oh, yeah, oh, no, a couple days ago I was telling this joke. It was a great joke, guys. The guy's going to love it. And they tell a joke and then they get suspended again. Like, you got to tell them why they're being suspended. And please make sure you explain that this is for the streamer or the streamer and the game. And then come out with a list of games that violate this, like every single Grand Theft Auto or the South Park games. Like the second South Park game was not like you couldn't monetize it on YouTube because it's just so horribly offensive. And it's like, all right, no, that makes sense, but come out with a list of games that don't do this because you'll get in trouble. Don't do it. And so, what do you think? Do you think these new rules are going to be effective, or is it just fucking stupid that's coming out and like no one fucking cares? Like, really? These are all simple, basic things that people should have been following from the first step, or do you think they're overstepping the boundaries? Again, with the whole, yep, we suspend you, but I'm going to tell you why we suspend you. Heck, we're probably not going to tell you how long you suspend for. It could be indefinite. You don't know, because we didn't tell you why you're suspended. You just went to live stream one day, and, oh, you're suspended. See ya. Man, hopefully it doesn't get too bad. But as always, Like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.